Welcome, ladies, gents, and our non-binary friends to Spoiler Sleepover, Season 4. The altar has been set, the drinks have been mixed, and a sacrifice must be made. So, join the cult of classics.
Episode 3. Jason Michael's gone again. He's a ghost. He's a ghost. Oh no. He's been. Oh, you have to. I didn't even know that existed. That is intense. Oh my Lanta. Well. So yep. That's that's a thing. Welcome back, ladies, gents, and our non-binary friends. Welcome to the cult of classics. I'm Rob. And
Time for to go to bed.
And that is a zombie.
Oh, God.
He made a bad choice.
Hi, I'm Jason Michael. Holy shit, it's real tough to breathe in that fucking thing.
Yeah, and today we're going to be talking about a movie that came out in
fucking shocked me.
Today we're going to be talking about a movie that came out in 1958.
Fuck yeah, we are, baby.
But before we get into that,
butts.
Let's jump into a little what's been keeping you up at night.
Oh.
Jason Michael, what has been keeping you up at night this week?
Well, nothing really much besides, of course, catching up with all the movies and the normal TV shows. But one thing of note, I've recently, I don't want to say reconnected because I send memes and talk to this friend all the time, but a friend I knew from work many, many moons ago. We used to play Call of Duty Zombies all the time. He has 2 kids. I'm in a different state than he is. And we finally got to, last night, play zombies together again, and it was great. And that's exactly actually what we're going to do after this recording too. So we're going to play more zombies. Fuck yeah.
That's exciting.
Dude, it was like old times, and we were laughing hysterically the entire time. But Call of Duty Zombies, it's not dead. Fuck the fan base because they hate each other and they're going to tear each other from the inside out. So that's why if you like it, like it.
Speaking of gaming, my mom dug through her house and found the original Xbox that we had when I was in fucking high school, middle school. I think it was high school.
Oh my God.
But yeah, and gave it to me.
Nice.
So that means I get to play the 2 games that I hunted down and managed to find. Yeah, I got Max Payne 2.
Ooh.
If anybody has the original Max Payne, the first Max Payne, and they are not utilizing it, please reach out to us. I am still on the hunt for this. The other game I got was The Thing.
Oh, shit, I wasn't ready. I knew you were going to say it, but I was sorry, I sneezed.
So, yeah, that game was great. I never owned that game. I rented it from Blockbuster back in the day. Yep. And I've always wanted to own it, but it was really hard to find. And
bro, Blockbuster fucking rips.
Yeah, dude. I didn't even know that a game had come out. I was at Blockbuster looking for a movie, and I was like, yo, what is this? And I was like, they made a Thing video game. I was like, fuck a movie.
Ready on that one.
Yeah, you were. Anyhow, well, what's been keeping me up at night is something rather new. New-ish, but
that's not the thing.
If you're new to the podcast, you're going to be like, whoa, when I'm about to say what I'm about to say, but fuck Netflix. But I think it's the first one so far this season. It took 3 episodes, but we got there.
We'll get there.
I know that you and I have had this conversation. You were like, what? But the first ever Netflix special that was released, like Netflix special, like an official Netflix established thing, was Zach Galifianakis's live stand-up at the comedy club called The Purple Onion. I still own the DVD. It's fantastic. And I love Zach Galifianakis. Zach is back on Netflix with a TV show called This Is a Gardening Show. And it's an educational program where it's Zach Galifianakis. Each episode goes and talks to farmers about how to grow specific things. So the first episode is apples, the second one's tomatoes. It still has like his sense of humor to some of it, but
like
it's
Between Two Ferns grew up.
yeah, I mean, it's educational. If you've ever seen Zach's stand up, this is him. Like Between Two Ferns is like a caricature of an asshole that is Zach Galifianakis. So it's like a very different thing. Zach's humor is very dry, and he can't help but laugh at himself, but he doesn't do like Jimmy Fallon, annoying laugh. He's just like, he'll giggle and then he'll just like move on. But yeah. Anywho.
I never remember which one it is, Kimmel or Fallon, but is Fallon...
Fallon's the annoying one who talks over his guests all the time.
Okay, so Kimmel's the one that has had Slipknot and Ghost, and Ghost I think was on Kimmel as well. But
Kimmel had the Man Show back in the day as well. He was the good dude. Yeah, your brain no worky? Maybe
honestly, the fact that they're also both called Jimmy and they both have their own night show, and it's like,
yeah,
can we do something that's like, yes, that one.
Yeah, Jimothy. I feel like Jimmy Fallon should be called Jimothy because he's just a fucking clown. Anywho, that's what's been keeping us up at night.
Kimmel was canceled. That's right. Got it. Yeah, that whole debacle. And then
are you playing? Back. How do you play? How do you feel about Call of Duty Zombies? Are you also watching This Is a Gardening Show? Do you also hate Netflix like we do? Fuck Netflix. Let us know. Hit us up on our socials, Instagram, Facebook, and Threads. If you're watching this right here.
What?
Yeah. Well, let's move on to the next thing. Those squiggly little things ramming their way with no invitation into our ear orify, our earworms.
It's episode 3. You said you were going to ease into it, and yet here we are, episode 3, and I already hate you.
Yep. Maybe next week I'll go light. We'll find out.
No, you won't. No, you fucking won't.
Well, Jason Michael,
goddamn liar.
What have you been listening to this week?
Well, at the time of this recording, that's right, suckers, it's back. At the time of this recording, Korn released a song. Fucking left field. Here for it. They're currently touring all around South America, and we're like, back to North America, please. Korn released Reward the Scars, which was inspired by Diablo 4, I guess. Bit different, bit of the same as we've heard on the past like 2 albums. Yeah. It's new Korn, so I'm here for it. But at the same point, it's like, I don't want video game songs. That being said, I enjoyed the Avenged Sevenfold songs from Call of Duty Zombies, but at the same point, like, I want a Korn album because we haven't had anything since 21, 22. When was Requiem was like 21 or 22, I think. Yeah.
I think it was 21. Yeah. I'll double check.
It's been at least 5 years, if not 4, that we haven't had a new Korn album. And I want more Korn. I want Korn back. I don't want, I don't know. The moment I saw it inspired by Diablo 4, I was kind of like, And again, the pot calling the kettle black when I enjoy old Call of Duty songs. Are you okay? You dying over there?
I had like an inward belch.
Oh, and that's the name of my pop punk band from high school.
I'm so sorry about that. Leave it in. 22. Requiem came out in 22.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit. So, all I know is I was on a work field trip in like a jump park, and my brother texted me Requiem. I was like, what? And then I pull up and it's got I think it was it was the one that's like so disjointed you don't even know how to feel about the beginning of it. It was it Forgotten or Lost in the Grandeur? Regardless, it starts very like you don't know where the guitars are, and the drums are like a beat in or a beat behind. It felt weird in the mix, but then once you start to listen to it, it was like, Okay, all right, I can get with this. But yeah,
Yeah.
reward the scars. I mean, I can bob my head to it. I'm with it. I just want more corn.
Yeah,
That's what I want.
it felt forgettable. Like it wasn't anything special. I was hoping it was going to be like medieval metal-ish, like corn mixed with medieval metal, and I was like, this is gonna be great. And then it started, and I was like, this is a fucking corn song.
Yep.
But not like this is memorable. What in the world are you doing?
Sorry, I was fixing because I'm seeing the background zoom in and out, so I just wanted to see if I could fix the camera. But for those of you listening while you're driving, hey, keep focusing on the road. But then pull up YouTube once you get to where you're going, and then watch what the fuck I'm talking about. That's right.
Weird.
We're in video, and if you missed the beginning of this, sorry.
Well,
Rob, what's your earworm?
so I discovered a new to me band.
Pee
They've
poo poo ballsectomy.
been around since it said 22 was their first single, and then 23 was their first album, and they've released an obscene amount of albums. Now, to be fair, most of their albums are about like 16 minutes long. They're pretty easy to like, and I've listened to almost everything they've put out, but I've discovered this band called Bottom Surgery. And I was like, I saw the band name and I was just like, what the what? And so I clicked on it. One, it's a two-piece. There's only two people, and the lead singer is a trans woman. So like I was like, okay, cool. I'm here for this. I love this. And I've listened to four of the albums, and then I've listened to a single that recently came out. Oh, cool. And it is really interesting. It's like electronic scrams mixed with like death metal and hardcore. It's just kind of all over the place, and the lyrics at times are just fucking hilarious, like intentionally, and they sample a lot of horror in some of their songs, which is really cool. I wish I'd written down the song name, but specifically one song at the very tail end, there's like a cacophony of noise, and within that noise is a deadite scream from Evil Dead, like the first movie, the one where it's like everything's gooing, like gushing out of its face. That moment where it's like, yeah. Okay. And I was like, oh, that's a deadite noise. I was like, this is great. So
I know this. I understood that reference.
Yeah, Bottom Surgery. Check them out. They're really good. Both members are in 2 to 3 other bands, which I won't even get into because I've listened to those bands as well. And I love everything that they do, especially the lead singer, the trans woman. I, again, wish I'd written down her name, but her other stuff is just, holy shit, it's good. I'm really impressed with them. So yeah. Well,
rad.
Let us know what you've been listening to. What did you think about Korn's new single? Did you snooze to it? Did you headbang to it?
I head bobbed?
I didn't do anything. I put it on and went, All right. Yeah, hit us up on our socials. If you've got anything new for us to listen to, let us know. Well, finally, we have one last thing to talk about, and that is all right. At this point, this might be slightly old news, but that's okay, because I get to double down in the openers this week by saying, fuck Netflix.
Oh, jeez.
They have just announced that they are doing a Scooby-Doo live-action prequel. And before you get upset, I see the look on your face.
You say before I get upset, I'm pissed off.
I'm actually really looking forward to this. They've cast I believe McKenna Grace as Daphne. Now, she is like blowing the fuck up. She's a great actress. She was in
Five Nights 2. She was in Scream 7.
And she's been in a fuck ton of other shit. And she's a really great actress.
Ice Nine Kills new song for Scream 7.
There you go. Yeah, she's a singer as well. So now, initially when I saw that this was a thing, I was just like, fuck you, Netflix. And then I saw the cast, and her specifically, I was like, okay, cool. Well, then I wanted more information. I'm like, how, why, and how, and what is this? So it is an origin story of how the Mystery Incorporated became a thing. Before you go too far into this, here's the awesome part about this. Sarah Michelle Gellar and Matthew Lillard have both signed off on this. They are like, dude, the casting is amazing. They're also praising McKenna as well. They're like, watch for this girl. Like, she is an artist and she is going to blow up. She's the next big thing. But they're
her
both
and
like,
Matthew Lillard were already together in 2 other projects, but
Yep.
Sarah Michelle Gellar, okay.
And it just, everyone is signing off on this. Everyone seems like they are all for the casting. They are all for the story. Apparently those two got to read, a treatment. So I don't know. I'm going to wait for a trailer, but if you're curious what they look like, there's a teaser poster that's already out with all 4 with the gang geared up in their outfits. And it's, I don't know. I think I just have to kind of be patient with this and wait. That is the Creeping It Real for this week. Let us know what your thoughts are on maybe the photo that we're about to show. That's not it at all. That's an ad.
Damn you, Allegra.
That is the teaser.
Who the fuck is this Shaggy?
Yeah, I don't know any of the other actors. They've listed them off like they're people I should know.
Get out of here, Variety.
But I don't. So
Kenna Grace, Shaggy by Tanner Hagen, Velma by Abby Ryder Fortson, and Fred by Maxwell Jenkins.
There you go.
So close to a Jinkies joke there, but hey, no dice.
Names that don't matter to old fogies like us.
Real.
Well, let us know your thoughts on how bad Netflix is and whether you think this is going to be worth it or not. So before we jump into the movie that got released in 1958 that we're about to talk to, here's some fucking ads.
Spoiler Sleepover is sponsored by Gore Clown Shop, the only place to get official Spoiler Sleepover merch. Visit goreclown.com now.
Well, did you order? Because if you didn't and you're thinking about it, at checkout, use code SLEEPOVER to save 15% at Gore Clown. And that's not just on our merch. That's on anything on that website.
But also at the same point, you can maybe get a super cool shirt like this.
Look at that.
Wait for it. Bam! You got the wonderful Spew tape up there, which is our spoiler review. You got What's Been Keeping You Up at Night, some Creeping It Real. And then, of course, your lovely little penetrating orifices earworm over there. Look at it! With a lot of VHS tapes. We are already so fucking, behind on this shirt. We have 14 different more things to add to it.
Yeah, we should do a revised one. Add Jason Michael Gets Learnt. Add some of the Patreon stuff. Movie Spew Monday. And then we got to add Winter Horrorland and Werewolves of Summer and
October.
Movie Music Month with Middleman Mike.
Yep. All right, cool. We got the same idea there. February with Friends.
All right, Seamus. I know we know you're listening. Let's work on this.
Let's make this happen. Anyway, what are we talking about?
Oh, that's what I was about to ask you. This is one of your all-time favorite movies here. What movie mask did you wear, and what movie is that from?
Well, this is a vintage 1978 Don Post Tor Johnson mask. God, he's pretty, isn't he? From, of course, you could talk shit on Birdemic. That's fine. You could talk shit on fucking
Intro the movie.
Shut up! I'm working on it. You can shut up. You can talk shit on Sharknado. That's fine. You cannot talk shit on this 1957 classic Plan 9 from Outer Space by our Lord and Savior.
I'm kidding.
By our Lord and Savior. Rob is no longer part of this podcast.
Wait, before you say who it's by.
Mute! Yeah, sucker. What you gonna do now? I muted you, bitch. All right, you're back.
let's jump into the synopsis before we start spoiling things here.
Oh,
So, the studio released synopsis for this movie is evil aliens attack Earth and set their terrible Plan 9 into action as
It's
the
the thing.
aliens resurrect the dead of the earth, the living of the living, the lives of the living are in danger. I misread that. This movie was written and directed by
Ed Wood.
there we go.
How the fuck did you release Meat Cleaver Massacre?
I even went to write
Bastard.
Edward and D, and I was like, "Dude, what am I? It's Ed Wood. I'm not putting his
Edward D.
fucking
Wood.
government name down here. That's ridiculous.
Yo, you're gonna dox this man? How dare
Yeah,
you?
Not happening, man. It's Ed Wood. Now, look,
Hell yeah.
I like Ed Wood, and I love Ed Wood at times. Without Ed Wood, we don't get other directors out there. Like we just don't.
Mhm.
We don't get John fucking Waters. And John Waters, maybe we do, but John Waters never does what he ends up doing. He credits
You're welcome.
Ed Wood for a lot of what he did for his career. And I think that's amazing. I love John Waters. He's not for everybody. If for some reason you're like, who the fuck is he? The first movie you should always watch is Pink Flamingos. This is only for the people watching the video right now. If you're listening, you have no idea what I'm doing.
Yes,
But-
you should totally watch Pink
Yeah.
Flamingos.
Absolutely have that be the first one you watch.
Absolutely.
Not Hairspray.
Tune into YouTube right here, right now.
Well, but we always score things at the end of, and I'm not going to score now, but I have not seen this movie since I was 13 or 14, and
How old are you now?
I hated it. I'm old. Yep. And
Nailed it.
yep, perfect. This watch at my young age that I'm at currently,
Of
yeah, I didn't hate it. I actually found it very humorous. Namely, the fact that the entire fucking movie is narrated like anyone who's watching these movies too fucking stupid. So I'm just going to tell them what's happening the entire time. And I was just like, this is fantastic. And it was like, my favorite thing about the entire movie was just like, and then they did this. And I'm like,
thank you, Criswell.
it's happening. Yeah.
Remember-
It was like, it's happening on screen. I can tell what's happening.
But Criswell predicts. So he's predicting this whole thing that you're watching. He's predicting every single thing that you are seeing. Even the hubcap spaceships that apparently look like cigars. Jeff, I don't know what cigars you're smoking, but they don't look like that, buddy.
That was something I was picking up a lot of throughout the movie, was because of the time, like the 50s was like huge. Like everyone was alien and UFO fucking crazy at this point in time.
Mhm.
And
That's what they
all
thought the
of-
creature from the Black Lagoon was.
yeah, and all of the claims that were like in real life that were being stated about aliens and UFO sightings, there were different shapes, but like currently that year when that movie came out, cigar shapes were like all the craze for what UFOs were shaped like. And that's what a lot of eyewitnesses reports were saying, they were cigar shaped.
Ed, then you should have gotten a fucking cigar and painted it silver. Not
Well-
a goddamn booby hubcap.
If you look at it from just the side, it is kind of a cigar shape, I guess. I don't know.
What cigar has the fucking tumor out the top of it?
The ones that have a little bit of extra plantage in the top. So when you're puffing it and it gets to that spot, you're like, the tobacco wasn't
Man,
enough.
this fucking cigar is great. Whoa. Man, this Plan 9 movie kicks ass.
Yeah, I'm real fucking hungry for some reason now. What is going on?
Oh, I should go for the Coca-Cola advert in the end of this movie. You didn't
Oh,
have the
man.
money for that, Ed Wood. You just tried.
Yeah, but yeah, it was humorous. I made a point before I hit play to be like, just because you had the bad experience once doesn't mean you should perpetuate that now. So I'm going to walk into this blind, and so I did. And by the end of it, I was like, I laughed at a lot of like double negatives that are said throughout the movie as well. People
Yeah.
will say one thing and then immediately say the opposite thing, like
Yep.
in the same sentence. You're like, but what the fuck? Like, do you believe in UFOs? Yeah. You know, you can be court martial, right? Yeah. Do you believe in UFOs? Well, yeah, I've seen them. Like, like
Court martial.
can you be court martialed? You're the one who asked me and told me. You threatened me. Like,
No.
there were so many moments like that throughout the movie that I was just like, what the fuck was this? Was Ed high? Was he smoking the alien cigars?
Probably.
He just hit that midway point in those cigars and he was just like, I don't know, man.
Hey, man, you know what would be great? Let's take Bela Lugosi. But we'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
So Rob has made his point very apparent on this movie. As you've heard, if you've been a longtime sucker of this podcast, I've always been talking about Plan 9 because I love this movie. This is a movie I was shown at a very young age, similar to the Universal Monsters, where this is a movie my dad would watch every single Halloween after we would do the haunted house in the backyard. He would put the projector on, like, so people waiting in line, they could watch old movies. They would watch Universal Monsters. They'd watch Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein. They'd watch Spider Baby. They'd watch anything Universal. But he always saved Plan 9 for when we were done. And he'd be out there until like 1 a.m. just to watch Plan 9. And I'd be out there with him, school night or fucking not. And it still is a feel-good movie for me. This is a childhood classic that I think back to and I just watch it. I know the movie sucks. I know it sucks ass. But at the same point, this is the greatest fucking piece of cinema that has ever graced the silver screen. So there's so much about it that's like, even with the focus that just happened there, viewers on YouTube, where you just go, oh, okay, maybe. And yet, it's a great movie. Ed Wood tried. I will say, with a lot of his other movies, I don't know if he necessarily tried. This and Bride of the Monster, fucking.
Yeah, Bride of the Monster rips.
I will say, though, Lobo in that versus Inspector Clay. Inspector Clay is the haunting fucking image of Tor Johnson that I think of all the time. Even The Beast of Yucca Flats, that's a silent fucking movie, but Tor Johnson's still in that one. It's Plan 9. It's Plan 9. Again, how can you say no to this face? Time for to go to bed. Tor, please.
Well, I mean, I think, to rewind for a hot second, I think that the premise, the synopsis that was put out by the studio is misdirecting.
Mm-hmm.
It's a misdirect. The synopsis says evil aliens attack Earth. No. The movie is aliens coming to Earth to be like, yo, Earthlings, could you not? Like, this is the whole point of the movie is there's like, you're going to create a weapon using the rays from the sun, and you're going to fucking kill galaxies of people.
And none of us can pronounce it correctly.
And they're just pissed at this fucking wooden interior spaceships the entire time.
But it sounds cool.
Dude.
Pring, pring, pring.
The fucking... the control room they're in, I was just like, are those tables from somebody's workshop in their garage? Like, what the fuck?
The window frames are for sure cardboard.
Dude, it's so...
For sure.
Like, at first when I saw, like, the office of, like, the main alien, I was just like, just curtains? I was like, okay, so we're backstage, like, on an actual stage somewhere. I'm like, all right, cool. Whatever.
Yes, Your Excellency. Cover
his night armor fucking it took me until halfway through the movie to realize what he was wearing, and then there was one frame I'm like, yo, is that an axe? Is that a medieval axe on his fucking chest? And I was like, what is fucking happening right now? Like, it's like this, there's so much about this movie that I was like, there were so many moments where I'm like, what?
So first off, if you've never seen Plan 9, you need to. It's on Tubi. You'll fight through the Tubi ads. That's fine. Or if you don't want the ads necessarily, depending on which version of YouTube. You can go to YouTube. It's a color version, similar to Tubi. You can watch the Riff Tracks version, which is the MST3K, Mystery Science Theater 3000. When this movie hit its 50th anniversary, it was re-released in theaters for a live performance from Riff Tracks. And we went to it. The theater was fucking packed.
Oh, I bet.
As a 2007 year old child, I dressed up as Bela Lugosi. I'm on somebody's fucking Twitter somewhere, but never found it. My dad was dressed up in a suit as Tor before because he didn't do the makeup, but he was like, I'm Tor before. And they're like, yeah, this kid's dressed in a cape. Anyway, dude, I'm so fucking glad they released it. You can watch the Riff Tracks version with all the jokes, which I'm going to call back to a lot of this because you're going to see cops pointing guns that is so unprofessional. My favorite part, if you watch the Riff Tracks, you'll get it. But there's so many times where he's like, I wonder what happened to this grave. Anyway, pew, pew. Every time he gestured with the gun, they were like, pew, 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 pew. So many people would be dead by this lieutenant.
We talked about it last season, but there's an era where for some reason actors thought that they had to help the bullets leave the gun by throwing the gun.
Bang, bang.
And when one of the officers like unloads on Bella at one point, and it's just Kelvin. Like the whole time he's just doing this. And I was just like, and then he's out and he like looks at it and he goes, and I'm like, do you think there's going to be more in there? It's
damn it.
You can't shake it up to get another bullet. That's not how that fucking works.
So,
oh my God.
The movie, oh my God. There's so much shit that I want to talk about this movie. There's a funeral. Starts off, we see Bela Lugosi, and we're like, holy fucking shit, Dracula's here. They're at the funeral for his dead wife. And turns out his dead wife, bro, Bela Lugosi fucking hit it with Vampira.
Seriously.
Who knew? It took me this watch. I never fully realized it before. Vampira is only good for like the grave diggers. And then she dies off screen. She's just always lurking in the background. She's occasionally there with Tor, but then she's like, hum dum 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 dum. And there's a whole funeral. They bury his wife. The gravediggers show up. Flying saucer. Gravediggers get knocked over, and they're like, let's get the fuck out of here. Wife comes back, kills them. Cool. Really the only thing she's good for. We see a house. Fucking, when I think of the 1950s, I think of this house, and I think of beautiful fucking cars like those that are in this. This is a 55 Plymouth Belvedere, which I have. It's just in pieces at my parents' house. We're still working on it. Don't you worry. Dude, this is going to sound really weird, especially for that My Strange Addiction episode. Cars in the 50s were fucking gorgeous and sexy. There is nothing about a car nowadays that's like, damn, that's a nice looking car. No, fuck you. You're wrong. I don't give a shit about your Lamborghini, your goddamn Corvette.
Back bucket seats.
Yes. Bring back bucket seats. Bring back the gigantic like headlights. Everything about a 55 is gorgeous. Everything. The entire front row of front seats. It doesn't need to be a driver and a passenger. It could be a full fucking front seat. Move the thing down, climb into the back. That's all you need. You don't need this bullshit. You just need, oh God, a 55 is a beautiful car. That sounded horrible after the My Strange Addiction joke. If you've seen the car episode, I'm so sorry. I'm so fucking sorry. He's under the front bumper making out with the car.
I'm aware. I've seen the episode.
Yeah, it's not good. So yeah, the house, which fun fact, Tor's house.
No shit.
Yeah, Tor's house. At the time, that was his house. Also, fun fact, after they shot that scene of the old man walking away, never to return again, 2 days later, Bela Lugosi passed away. So, You didn't know
Bro,
that?
no,
Oh, okay.
that's awful.
Have you ever noticed that that's not Bella Lugosi in most of these shots?
I did notice a couple where I was just like, who the fuck is that?
Cool. You ready for this kicker? So there's so many. Again, it's an Ed Wood movie. We all know shit's not gonna connect and continuity's out the fucking window. There's day shots, night shots, day shots, night shots. And there's a few shots where it's like, Bella in a cape going like, yes, good, or damn it, next time. And then
Yeah.
there's this dude like this. You want to take a guess as to who that was?
It had to have been Ed Wood.
It was not.
Oh
It
shit.
was Ed Wood's wife's chiropractor. Right?
What the fuck?
Dude, good on the fucking chiropractor, though. Like, there's so many scenes where I'm watching this and going, the guy could have just been like, no, I'm not doing that. What the fuck's wrong with you?
It's so
I adjust
random.
your wife. That's it. I'm not going to be in your goddamn bullshit movie. And then here he is being like, yes, blue. Bro, props to the chiropractor.
Yeah.
What a fucking, like, mini bloody legend right there. Not the bloody legend, but mini bloody legend.
That's so wild.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I knew I was gonna get learnt on this episode because I was like, you know this really well.
Oh my god, I love this movie. There's a joke that we had from a few Thanksgivings ago. First off, every now and then my dad and I will look at each other and just go, just the fucking like creeping sounds of this theme song. Kylo Ren's theme from episode 7 of Star Wars. John Williams, you son of a bitch, you bit Ed Wood style. Because if you go and listen to Kylo Ren's theme song, and then you listen to the Plan 9 theme song, goddamn near identical. That was something we realized at Thanksgiving, and we're all like, this motherfucker. I swear to God. And it's been a running joke every time where we're like, yo, fuck John Williams.
That's funny. I mean, you can look at pretty much any composer after any other composer. I mean, they're all inspired by each other in one way or another.
Style. Fuck this guy.
I mean, there are plenty of other. I'm working on music myself currently. I can't really say much, but like my inspiration is John Carpenter. I mean,
that's not Ed Wood.
And I utilize John Carpenter's like his timing. Like he has a very interesting, like it's almost like punchy, but it's also very beautiful and like slow and haunting, all mixed together, and trying to match that or even mirror it at moments is not an easy task, especially solely utilizing synthesizers. It's a bit of a pain, but it makes me look at what John Carpenter did and does, and I'm like, the dude's a fucking genius. Like, I'm trying my damnedest over here. I mean, I'm mixing in my own shit. I make music on the side. For those of you who are new, leave a comment if you want to hear some noise. Quite literally. But no, I mean that's wild though. It just, yeah.
It's
Maybe he knew that the Star Wars movies were going to be bad, and he was just like, I'm just going to Ed Wood the fuck out of this because these movies.
What are you saying about Ed Wood's movies?
They're not great, but they're fun. But they're fun. Wait till we get to the score of this because it's going to fucking piss you off for a second, and then you're going to be like, oh, okay.
I mean, most likely. There's a connection that I made where in last week's episode talking about them. The tree frog high pitched noise. I've always I've always connected it to ants. I've always been like, oh, that's just the noise that ants make. The fucking every time I hear the burr, 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 it's like fucking Plan 9, dude. That's all I think of is aliens and Tor Johnson.
It's this movie. I mean, it really goes. I think out of most of his movies, this is the most like linear storyline. Yes, it jumps around like you mentioned, like day to night, day to night, day to night. We're fucking house, graveyard, fucking randomly at a military base,
Yep.
Fucking spaceship, graveyard, spaceship, graveyard, spaceship, graveyard.
Day, night, day. Bella, chiropractor.
But this is the easiest story to follow out of most of his movies, where it's like it literally starts at a point, you're introduced to what's about to happen, and then the movie starts where it's supposed to start, and then it goes. I don't know, maybe this is an unpopular opinion. I fucking hate the ending. I hated that ending. That ending is terrible. But it really is. It's an interesting mashup of what the times had in film.
Okay.
Aliens and zombies were huge at that point in time. People were wanting undead movies, people were wanting alien movies and creature features. And Ed was just like, yo, I can give you 2 in 1. What if aliens made zombies? And you were like, what? The fucking what did you say to me?
You heard me, god damn it.
And it's done well enough that it's not like it's not like it does not make sense, because it does to a point. You're like, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
They really tried with a lot of the exposition, especially when they go to the Excellency's boob ship and they're trying to talk to him. And he's like, yes, this reason, and this. Throw your electrode gun to the ground. It'll break the connection. Bro, there's so much where you're like, that's a fucking ridiculous enough answer that I'm willing to believe it.
When that moment happened too for me, I was just like, what? And then I was like,
yeah.
Well, I mean, if it hits something hard enough, maybe it'll shut off. I don't know.
Dude, I love the immediate follow-up of bring the big one here. I want to see him. And first off, A, you were standing. Why not just go closer to him? B, you lazy shit. You have to sit in the goddamn chair. It's like, bring him here. I wish to see him. Cut to Tor Johnson's face. And you're like, sorry. Jesus Christ.
I like the fact too that he's literally using the gun to turn him. So it's like on his back, and he's like pokes his arm to make him turn right, and then pokes his arm again and pokes him. And I'm like, okay.
Listen, Tor Johnson was a very heavy Swedish wrestler. The man is about to rip your fucking head off.
Yeah,
and at the same point, I swear, Bistayaka Flats.
Hey.
I swear there was the moment the woman and Tor walk out the curtain. I can hear her go, "Good job, good job."
Dude, yes, I heard that too.
Okay, cool.
There were a lot of moments like that. There was a moment.
I'm a big boy now, Johnny.
There was a moment where they were doing something in there. Oh, it was in the house. There was when she went into the house.
Whose fucking picture is that above their bed?
No,
that's not them.
Know. Hold on. So they're in the house, and there's an extra in the background who steps out of frame. You just see like from like maybe their belly button down to their knee. But I saw some like if they had stayed still, I wouldn't have noticed. It was the fact that they moved, and I was like, there's just somebody in the fucking background. Like she's supposed to be alone in the house. I was like, what the fuck was that? But there's so many moments of that.
Second too early.
I like the fact also when Tor walks off screen during that scene too, where you can tell like there's like maybe like 2 feet of room, because he walks in and he like turns and like sucks it in, moves behind the curtain like I don't want to hold the curtain.
Again, as he said while he was alive, I'm a big boy now, Johnny.
Yeah.
There's so many funny moments with these cops. Again, like the pointing of the lieutenant just going, yes. What do you think? Peer, peer, peer. As I poke the microphone with my finger gun. Kelton. Let's talk about the rapscallion clown that is Kelton. He, again, if you have not seen other things of Ed Wood's work, Skip Meat Cleaver Massacre, fucking Bride of the Monster, Kelton is there again. Kelton is literally falling down the side of a goddamn hill, and the inspector is like, that Kelton, unbelievable. Kelton is the comic relief, and you're like, I kind of feel bad for the guy. What the fuck? It's in a strange way, it's a whole connective universe in this Ed Wood verse. But
Woodverse.
Wood. Anyway.
Boing! I did it for you.
Thanks, man.
Missed opportunity.
I clicked it and it didn't even. There it is. I clicked it. It didn't even make the joke. Hey, you know what? Here's the thing. There you go.
That was another moment too, where towards the end of the movie, they hear one of the ships fly over again.
Yep.
And they're like, "Did you hear that?" I'm like, yeah. What do you think it was? We've been hearing that sound. The whole world's been hearing that sound for the entirety of the movie. And they have this back and forth of like, well, I mean, it was one of the spaceships. No, it couldn't have been. There was
You'll
no
be court-martialed
flashing light.
for saying that. How
There was
dare
no-
you?
There was none of this. There was none of that. Oh no, it was one of the spaceships. All one person being like, I don't know what it was. It was a spaceship. No, it wasn't. Maybe it was. It didn't do this. No, it was a spaceship. You're like, the fuck's wrong with you? There's so many fucking moments throughout the movie that I was just like,
Yeah, it's fine.
these people are fucking stupid. Like,
Hell yeah.
all of them.
But you're not wrong. But also, at the same point, that's pretty much everybody in an Ed Wood movie. Again, if you haven't seen anything Ed Wood, you need to see at least Bride of the Monster, and you need to see Plan 9 from Outer Space. Then if you really want Glenn or Glenda, then if you really, really want, go and watch Ed Wood with Johnny Depp. And then
That
you can
movie's
watch somebody...
awesome.
It is. Then you can watch somebody pretending to be Bela Lugosi and calling Boris Karloff a cocksucker.
Oh, wait a second.
Pull the string!
I just said that Ed Wood, the movie, was awesome. Do you know what that means? That means there's more than one.
What?
Who wrote and directed Ed Wood?
Wasn't Ed Wood.
No, it was one of the two directors I can't fucking stand.
Ooh. Okay, hang on. Looking it up right now.
See, I don't want to spoon feed answers anymore. I'm trying to educate.
1994, baby. Who directed this? Fuck, Bill Murray was in this. I forgot about that. Martin Landau was Bela Lugosi. That's a fun one. All right, hang on. Live here, right meow. Ah, there it is. Tim Burton.
Ugh. God, I can't
didn't know
stand
that.
Tim Burton.
I didn't know that. That was a little Jason Michael gets learnt right there. I didn't know Ed Wood was directed by Tim Burton. Now it
And
all
if-
fucking makes sense.
And if you want to know what the hell Jason Michael Gets Learnt is, you can subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/spoiler sleepover podcast. And that is a segment that is only on Patreon.
Patreon.com.
Pew, pew, pew.
Oh, careful with those gun pointing.
Pew, pew, pew. Well, at the end of the movie, is pretty quick and simple. Fucking everyone dies, basically.
Dude, Eros is such a fucking little man syndrome. The main alien that we see, not his excellency, not the chick. Eros is like, yes, I knew you'd all be here for this moment in time. Your insignificant juvenile minds. You're all stupid. And
He
Jeff's
fucking
like,
loses
shut the
it.
fuck up. Pa!
He has a Napoleon complex like a motherfucker,
Oh
too.
my god. When the scene where it's Eros and Jeff is like, what are you talking about, little man?
Yeah.
It's like, stupid punch. They have a pretty decent brawl. Yes, there's the fact of you can see that there's punches that don't connect.
Yeah.
But then Eros starts ripping apart the console, and that's why the goddamn ship catches fire. And it's like, well, you brought that on yourself. Eros was a fucking wuss anyway.
It's also probably not the smartest idea building an outer space ship out of wood.
Nah.
So,
Ed Wood?
well, that'd be flesh. Flesh burns.
I didn't like that bounce sound effect.
Woodiverse. Well, I think that about covers this movie.
Hell yeah, it does.
Let's get into our ratings here.
Okay.
On a scale of 1 to 10, this is going to be the quickest and easiest answer. What do you give 1958/7's
7.
All right, 1957's Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Well, I'm going to pull a Rob here and say, fuck your rating system. It's a bajillion out of 10 because this is a near and dear, close to my heart movie from years and years and years. And there's not, again, I know it sucks. I know for a fact it sucks, but there's not a goddamn person in the world that can tell me that this movie sucks except for me. And shut your mouth. Rob, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you give Plan 9? And I swear to God, if you don't give a 9,
So I wanna do
that's a joke.
I want to give another taste of Patreon here. I'm gonna give you my Letterbox score first so that I can break your brain. So on Letterboxd, if you don't know what Letterboxd is, y'all should get it if you love movies. It's amazing. They do a scale of 1 to 5. And so
That's not our skill.
I gave this 1.5 stars on Letterboxd.
And
But
that's the last episode of Spoiler Sleepover,
on
folks.
our score of 1 to 10, I gave this a 5. Would I watch this again?
Ed, would you watch it again?
I would.
Yes! Again,
I-
you need to watch the Riff Tracks version. It's so fucking funny.
That will definitely be how I watch it again.
That's what I'm going to do later tonight.
I don't know. This was intentionally making a point to walk in, with a clear mind and a clean slate with no prejudgment.
And
I think was
that.
amazing for a very clean and sober-minded Rob to rewatch a movie that he watched while he was fucked up back in the day. So, yeah, no, it's a 5. It's not as terrible as I remember it. And it's also not the worst movie I've seen. So, I've seen new movies that are way worse than this. I'll just say that. That was a Tarot Bull movie. And I'm pass it off to you. Who is the Bloody Legend? This is your favoriteest movie, so you're the one who gets to pull this one.
Here's the thing. There are so many options that are staring me right in the face that I could totally give this Bloody Legend to. I know it's a mask, but I hate the fact that it's right there because it's really good. Dawn Post, everybody. Dawn Post.
There we go.
I'm not going to give it to Tor. I'm not going to give it to Ed Wood. I'm not going to give it to Bella. I'm not going to give it to Vampira. I'm not going to give it to Ed Wood's wife's chiropractor. I'm going to give it to my dad. I'm going to give the Bloody Legend of the Week for Plan 9 from Outer Space to my dad. Because without him, I would not have learned half the shit I know about all these movies, let alone the fact that I would have watched a movie and gone, this movie sucks more. This is an absolute treat. So Bloody Legend to my dad. That's what I'll give.
Dude, I'm fucking teared up over here. That's beautiful, man. Oh my god.
Good. Cry in front of Thor.
Yeah, for proof, look how red my eyes are. I'm fucking crying, man.
Hell yeah.
My god. Wow, that was beautiful.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for finally allowing us to talk about Plan 9 from Outer Space. Every time I brought it up, Rob was like, yeah, we'll get to that. Anyway, moving on.
God. Well, and there was no way to avoid it.
You're goddamn right.
We're doing the cult of classics. This is a cult. This is the cult classic of all, if you ask me.
So where in your cult does Plan 9 from Outer Space lie?
Oh my gosh, they are currently a member, and I highly doubt that they're ever going to end up as a sacrifice. They're too they really know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
They're just doing it the best shortcut ways possible. So in some way it's helpful. So yeah, they're a cult member. What about you? Where does this one land?
Bro, obviously. I have 2 leaders in my goddamn cult right now. I have Beast from 20,000 Fathoms and Plan 9. Them is currently sitting as like a close second in command, but these 2 are like, hey man, what's up?
They could be.
Don't do that. don't do that. Docking or felching. Anyway, Rob.
Yeah, both.
Yeah. Now that we've covered 1957, what year are we talking about next week?
Oh, my Lanta. I have to say, I'm actually looking forward to this one. We covered 57. Now we are covering 58. One whole year later. This one's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to this.
Never seen it. Yep, there it
Oh.
is.
And this is going to be a continuous theme. And if you want to see no ads and amazing educational programming with movies, again, subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/spoiler sleepover podcast. You get Jason Michael Gets Learned. You get weekly content from me every Monday with a movie spew where I review a brand new movie that's currently in theaters and so much more. Well, as we end this season now, all hail our chicken overlord.
Bagek!
And until next week, sleep tight, suckers.
Pew,
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 pew.
pew, pew.
Pew, pew. Pow.
Oh, fucking son of a bitch!
I killed him.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Spoiler Sleepover. Join our cult by following our socials like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And for more offerings like this, follow us on Patreon at patreon.com/Spoiler Sleepover Podcast. So until next week, sleep tight, suckers!